Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the uh, diseases, the factors which are responsible for any person to be get diseased. Now, as you can see, I have discussed here two factors especially, that is the intrinsic factor and extrinsic factor. Now you see that intrinsic factor means, understand this, like intrinsic factor means the factors which are present inside your body and which are making you ill. And extrinsic factor means external, like external, extrinsic. The factors which are present outside your body and which are making you ill, right? So, now one by one we will discuss the intrinsic and extrinsic factors. All the factors we will discuss. Now you see that intrinsic factor, first factor which I have taken in hormonal imbalance. Now hormonal imbalance, how? Because in our body there are so many glands like pituitary, thyroid, pancreas, adrenal, so many glands in the body which are producing the hormones, and these hormones, they are regulating our body functions. Okay, now let us take some example, and I think very common example, nowadays people are suffering from diabetes. It's a very common disease, like yeah. So now, why diabetes? The reason behind diabetes, that the pancreas, the gland in our body, produces the hormone insulin. Means I should write diabetes, like example means diabetes. Okay, producing the hormone जो होता है इंसुलिन हार्मोन प्रोड्यूस होता है, that's this hormone. Now what this actually, when there are two conditions, like if the insulin hormone is not produced in sufficient quantity, type 1 diabetes, and if the insulin produced is not of right type, means there are certain defects in this production of this hormone. So there are actually the two types of diabetes. This is the reason behind this. Now I mean to say, so you can understand that this hormonal imbalance, which has generated because of the some defect that the pancreas gland is either not producing the sufficient amount of insulin, or it is not producing the right type of insulin. So both the cases, the person is suffering from the diabetes, chronic disease diabetes. Okay. Now let's move to the second point. I have written the genetic factor. Now, genetic factor means the disease which you must have under so many a times listen about, that in that family history that disease is running from generation to generation. Like color blindness, somebody says that her grandmother was also color blind, and that she is also color blind. So what is this color blindness? This is a genetic disease. There are so many other diseases, genetic disease. So let's choose one only. That's the easy one. I have chosen the example, that is the color blindness. So it is the color blindness. Blindness. Its color is not a little bit light. Color blindness. So, and this means this disease is because this disease is present in the genes of the parents, and so by the genes it is passing from one generation to another. Uh, Now, so this is a reason, not outside, inside the body. So it's also intrinsic factor. Another example, we can take some degenerative disease. That too is occurring inside your body. Like if I talk of arthritis, a disease like which many a times most of the people experience when they are getting old. We can consider like cancer type like diseases also. Cancer like diseases also, which cancer like a very good example. Cancer, I have chosen cancer. uh, Actually, what happens, how cancer occur, what is the reason behind the occurring of cancer? Actually, cancer begins with one cell in your body. uh, always during the cell division process, after the one completion of one cell division, there is a rest phase during which the cells they grow, and after that there is a system that the next cell division start. But if there is no gap and cells are dividing continuously and there is no control of the nucleus, there may be the genes, cancerous genes also present, called as oncogenes. So there are certain people which are more vulnerable to cancer disease, like so cancer, not all cancer, that this cancer is such a disease which we can say that which we can keep in intrinsic factor also as well as the extrinsic factor also, because cancer, behind the cancer there are certain like taking some narcotics, like taking the drugs, like all such kinds of things are also responsible for cancer. Means tobacco, smoking, drinking, alcohol, wine, etc. These two are responsible for cancer. For but sometimes a person are not taking any such thing, even then they get diseased by cancer. And like arthritis, arthritis example can be given. Arthritis, what is arthritis? The pain in joints as the age proceeds. So these factors which are generating inside the body only. Now we come to the extrinsic factor. Extrinsic factors, as I told you, that is uh, that is the factors which are present outside your body, making you diseased. Right. The first one which I have chosen, that is the unbalanced diet. As you can see here, unbalanced diet. Now, what is unbalanced diet? You all understand. Means in our body, we all need a proper and balanced diet. We all need a proper and balanced diet for getting energy, proper growth, for maintenance, everything. Now, if a diet is not balanced, so we get suffer from so many deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases, we suffer from so many deficiency diseases, right? Deficiency diseases. Like we can have the example like vitamin C deficiency causing you scurvy, and vitamin D deficiency causing you rickets, vitamin A deficiency causing night blindness. You all have studied so many vitamin B deficiency, very. Uh, yes, you all have studied all such deficiency diseases in previous classes also. So you all are very familiar with it. Now, from this we switch to this environmental pollutants, like environmental pollutants. See here. Now, environmental pollutants means these are also the extrinsic factors and many pollutants present in the outside environment. Like they and by means of food chain they enter, and the human beings present at the top of the food chain, we draw the trophic levels, so they food chains, we find that human beings omnivores, so they are the top of the food chain. So they get enough amount of pollutant by biomagnification. Biomagnification, what I have told you previously also, biomagnification means you can understand this like if the plants they are getting certain amount of pollutant because of outside environment, maybe in water or in soil or in air. Now this pollutant entering the body of plant, when these all plants are eaten up by the herbivores, like deer is eating the plants, or so when the deer is eating so many plants, like if it is eating 10 plants, so 10 times the pollutant will reach the body of deer. And you can understand this if the deers, so just for an instance, if the 10 deers are eaten up by the lion, so again 10 times means if we compare the lion, the pollutant entering the body of lion, then we can say that 100 times the pollutant is getting the body, inside the body of lion. So now you can understand this, that how much harmful it is. Okay. So these environmental pollutants, we can like example we can say arsenic causes the blackfoot disease. Arsenic causes the blackfoot disease. Like arsenic short I have written chosen the symbol, so causing the blackfoot disease. 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 Cadmium ethylite, you can understand this. Infections due to various microorganisms, and the third one, next one is infection due to various microorganisms. Yeah, because in the environment we find so many microorganisms. So best example I think would be the coronavirus only. You can see that how much infectious disease it is, which is human beings, they are becoming they are getting infected also, and they are becoming the source of infection to other people, although this is due to the coronavirus COVID-19. Okay, so there are others also. These infections like plasmodium, plasmodium causes you malaria, and this plasmodium disease is spread by the vector, means carrier of the disease. What is the carrier of the disease? That is female anopheles mosquito, which spread the disease, right? So it is infection due to various microbes. So there are so many diseases like you find cholera, TB, all these are what? Rabies. These are passed from one person to another. These may be passed by some other animal. These may be passed by food and water. These may be airborne also. So there are various means of spread of such diseases. Then after this, now I'm coming to the social factors. Social factors, I am including this factor in the extrinsic factors like uh, because of the outside reasons, that because of certain social abuses, narcotics, drugs, etc., uh, people get affected. Affected, not only affected, their health uh, becomes a cause of serious concern. I've seen also the people, whole family destroying because of certain person in the family getting drug addict. So it's a social evil which should be fight off. And I wish that every person should stand against the social evil, to fight the social evil, so that our society may be a very happy place to live in. uh, with this wish, that every person will understand this and will stand against the social evil. So now I am ending, and next I will be coming in front of you with another video regarding why do we fall in, because the chapter is still pending. It has not been completed. So thank you children, all have a nice day. God bless you.